Every damn day the South embarrasses itself. And this is believe it or bullshit. Some stories really happen, some are fake as hell. And it's your job to call it out. I bring the chaos. You judge the truth. Let's see how dumb it gets. Y'all ain't gonna believe this shit? Florida tried to slap a price tag on get the fuck out. A guy started selling VIP Hurricane Pass windshield stickers, $49.99, plus a bonus gas card, promising you could glide past evacuation checkpoints like you're on the governor's tour bus. A fast pass for the worst day of the year. I read that and almost sprayed coffee, because even for Florida, that's Olympic-level audacity. Here's how it rolled across my feed. It's early season. The radar looks like spaghetti someone dropped on the floor, and everyone's arguing about cones and models. Our entrepreneur, call him Sticker Man, starts posting in neighborhood apps and Facebook groups. The listing reads like a bureaucratic fever dream. Official hurricane VIP re-entry and evacuation sticker. Get through checkpoints without delay. Includes fuel assistance voucher $49.99. Delivery in 3 to 5 business days. Limited run. Of course it's a limited run. You're printing crime. The decal goes full government cosplay. Block letters. State outline clip art. Pretend microprint. A knockoff hologram that looks like it belongs on a county fair wristband. Big bold across the top. Authorized vehicle. Emergency operations. Under that, a serial number like 007-FL-EOC-2025 because nothing says trust me, like James Bond with a laminator. Then he dangles the two most Florida emotions, impatience and cheap gas. Skip lines during mandatory evacuations, includes $10 fuel voucher. If you're selling safety with a $10 coupon, you already told on yourself. People start poking holes in the comments because even Floridians who wear flip-flops to weddings can smell weird when it's weird. Somebody asks, is this official? Like from the state? He answers with a tap dance, this pass is recognized by participating agencies and modeled after industry standards. Translation, absolutely not official, but if you squint at the font, maybe you'll convince yourself it is. Someone else asks, is it legal? He replies, it's not illegal to display a visibility aid. Sir, a visibility aid is an orange triangle on a tractor, not a step-aside officer sticker you cooked up in Microsoft Word. Meanwhile, counties have already blasted preseason reminders. What to pack, how to board up, which zone you're in, and very clearly, there is no pay-to-play re-entry. Some places do resident passes after a storm, sure, but those are free and issued by actual government folks with clipboards. They don't appear in your DMs from a marketplace profile that also sells a slightly cursed futon and a kayak with light scratches. But people are nervous, time is short, and there's always that one uncle who swears he knows a guy who can get you around the hassle. So Sticker Man makes a few sales. The gas card is almost funnier than the decal. It's a single-use code for one chain, $10 if you squint, and he's pitching it like FEMA in a gift card. We're helping the community. If you wanted to help, you'd post the hurricane checklist and remind folks to refill prescriptions before the wind shows up. You wouldn't sell a windshield promise and a coupon. Eventually, the posts get reported, and someone at the sheriff's office says the most Florida sentence imaginable. An undercover deputy purchased a sticker. They set the meet in a strip mall parking lot. And Sticker Man slides the goods from his glove box like he's handing over rare coins. The deputy asks, "This will get me through?" Sticker Man hits the bullet points. "You'll be recognized. Marked vehicles cruise right through. I have contacts, sir. Your contact is the guy at the print shop who upsold you premium laminate." Then deputies pull over a couple of cars sporting the decal that week. No cuffs. This isn't cocaine, it's vinyl. But definitely a license and registration. Where'd you get that? And here's the punchline. Nobody with the sticker actually tries to use it at a real evacuation checkpoint because, plot twist, there aren't checkpoints where you wave a decal in the C parts. Evacuations are usually leave now, not form a line and show your club membership. Re-entry after the storm is ID and proof you live there, not a sticker that says Mother Nature owes you bottle service. So the sheriff's office posts a warning. There is no such thing as a VIP hurricane pass. The tone is half stern, half exhausted, like the third time you tell your cousin not to microwave foil. They throw in a reminder about seasonal scams, price gouging, fake charities, bogus roofers, and now apparently counterfeit emergency passes. Someone steps to a podium and promises, if you try to monetize a disaster by confusing vulnerable people, we will have a conversation you won't enjoy. Translation, please do not invent FastPass Plus Cat 5 edition. Back to Sticker Man. He keeps selling because mediocre scams work right up until they don't. He starts bundling, buy two, get a free essential personnel magnet. Somewhere a real lineman rolls their eyes so hard they sprain something. He bumps the price to $59.99 for premium holographic. Premium holographic? I keep imagining the monologue he used to convince himself. I'm not scamming, I'm providing access. Access to what, my guy? A pulled over conversation with a deputy? A crash course in how emergency management actually works. He tells buyers this is recognized in participating jurisdictions. Participating where? Fantasy County. Ask him to name an agency that recognizes his sticker, and he'll say Emergency Control Division, which is not a real thing anywhere on Earth. The sting is enough. They don't wait for landfall. You can't sell fake government credentials. Wild concept, I know. The state doesn't do expedited natural disaster. They call him for a bulk order. He shows with a manila envelope full of vinyl like he's delivering binders for a team meeting. And that's when the cuffs appear. Classic parking lot justice. His defense is an all-timer. 1, it's a novelty item. 2, it's First Amendment parody. 3, other counties do re-entry passes. Mine just look cooler. The deputy answers, basically, novelty is not a force field, parody isn't a license to impersonate authority, and looking cooler is not a legal category. He gets read his stuff, gets a chariot ride to booking, and the office posts one more reminder to get your info from official pages. Real information does not include your cousin's marketplace listing wedged between a patio set and a litter of mystery puppies. Now the buyers, we all know someone who'd bite. The nervous new homeowner from Ohio who thinks every gust has a name. The guy who brags he knows the back roads and has never once obeyed a detour sign. They're not villains. They want control in a situation where there is none. The sticker sells control. It sells the fantasy that you'll float past the chaos while the peasants wait. That's the ugly part. In a disaster, the point is equality. Everyone lines up, everyone follows the same rules, and the crews who truly need priority, ambulances, linemen, get it because they're actually doing something. To be fair to reality, there are legitimate passes sometimes. Critical businesses get staff credentials, residents might get hang tags to prove they live in a restricted zone after the wind finishes rearranging the map. Those come from the city or county, have dates and barcodes and phone numbers that ring to offices with fluorescent lighting, and this is key, they're free. They are not $50 from a dude whose other hustle is flipping lawn furniture. The aftermath is predictable. Folks who bought the sticker get a lecture and sometimes a souvenir citation, display of unauthorized insignia. That flavor. Not life-ruining, just morning-ruining. And the sheriff's office spends a week answering the same question from every HOA president. Do we need these? No. You need batteries, water, prescriptions, pet food, a radio, and the ability to stop treating hurricanes like a theme park line. Because Florida can't help itself, copycats sprout. One guy pushes hurricane pet rescue priority lanyards like he's handing backstage passes to a cat. Another cranks out Press Storm Division badges laminated off a template he found by Googling Press Badge Storm. Drone bros appear with a confidence problem. There's always a hustle orbiting a disaster, always wrapped in the language of helping. If your help requires a payment and a sticker, it's not help. It's a transaction, and in emergencies, transactions get sketchy fast. Skip checkpoints gives away the fantasy brain of the whole thing. Evacuations aren't a nightclub. There's no velvet rope, no bouncer, no bottle service. It's public safety at scale. And the traffic sucks for everyone. You think troopers in a storm are scanning vinyl IDs? They're worried about downed trees, flooded roads, live wires, and the genius who ignored 3 warnings and now wants to U-turn across 6 lanes. Roll up with a fake pass, and at best you get a look. At worst, you get a chat with someone whose entire week has been chats with people who make bad decisions. What really kills me is the casual pricing. Under $50, like it's a streaming subscription. For less than dinner for 2, you too can pretend you're essential. And that add-on magnet, essential personnel, please. I've met essential personnel. They wear reflective vests, haul sandbags, and slice live oak limbs off power lines. They don't buy magnets. They have ID badges on lanyards that smell like gasoline and rain. None of them is scrolling marketplace for clearance rack authority between calls. Some folks say that's on the buyers. They should know better. Sure, But it's also on us to call out stupid when stupid shows up with a price tag. We all get a little gullible when the radar turns into a pinwheel and the TV mutters cone of uncertainty. That's when decent people share real links. The county site, evacuation routes, shelter hours, not a PDF of your homemade VIP evac decal optimized for ink saving mode. Anyway, Sticker Man gets a court date. He'll say novelty a few more times, hire a lawyer who says my client a lot, pay fines, maybe do weekends picking up trash on the shoulder. Next season, someone else will try a new angle. Storm Zone Platinum Parking Permit, curfew exemption hang tag, first responder guest pass, same trick. Sell authority to people who crave it when they're scared. The cure is unsexy. Read the county website, follow official pages, ask a deputy, not the guy at the printer. If I sound mad, it's because storms bring out the best and worst of us. Best when neighbors check on each other and share generators. Worst when somebody profits off confusion with decals. I love a hustle. Sell candles, flip thrift store gold, but maybe skip inventing a VIP line for a natural disaster. Maybe don't cash in while people are deciding whether to tape their windows or just go inland for the weekend. So that's the tale. A Florida man, a stack of shiny stickers, a fake gas perk, a parking lot exchange, and a very unamused sheriff's office. Makes you wonder how many limited runs he pushed before his own limited run. Makes you wonder which friend told him it was a good idea. Makes you wonder if there's a box on his kitchen table labeled Her VIP Prem, proof that humans can believe our own marketing. I don't know, y'all. Part of me says it's obviously nonsense. Another part says it's so dumb it loops back to believable. That's the Florida paradox. If you told me it happened, I'd nod and keep driving because I've seen weirder at Buc-ee's on a Tuesday. But a VIP pass for a hurricane? That's either the dumbest thing I've ever heard or the most Florida thing I've ever heard. Those circles overlap more than they should. All right, I'm leaning one way, hard, but maybe I'm the crazy one. Maybe there's a secret velvet rope at the county line I missed because I took the normal exit like a peasant. I swear this sounds fake as hell. Y'all gotta tell me if I'm the one losing it. Believe it or bullshit. Hit the comments and educate me, Florida. Hit that subscribe button because God knows what other insane southern news I'm gonna dig up next time.